Every trader has heard of it and almost everyone has tried it at some point. The golden cross, two moving averages that letting you know that the trend has shifted, so get in. You will find many videos claiming that this signal is incredibly profitable. So today we put it into the test. Real backtest, real data, 50 assets, 20 years, multiple exit strategies and full parameter optimization. And what we found is that the answer is not yes or no. It depends entirely on three things: the asset you trade, the parameters you use, and the exit strategy you apply. Let's get into it. Before we run any test, let's take a step back and understand the idea behind the golden cross. We use two moving averages, one that reacts quickly to the price and another one that moves more slowly. So when the fast line moves or crosses above the slow one, that's what we call a golden cross, and this is where we enter the trade. And the logic here is that the trend is shifting, so momentum is turning upward and a new move might be starting. So trends don't last forever, so at some point the market slows down, momentum fades, and eventually the fast line crosses back below the slow one. So that's what we call the death cross, and this is where we exit the trade. As you can see, the strategy is very simple in theory, but the real question is, does it actually work in practice? And that's exactly what this channel is about, taking trading ideas and actually testing them. So if you want to see more content like this, feel free to like and subscribe. Now, here is the roadmap for this video. First, we test the golden cross on the S&P 500 over 20 years after loading the data and all the libraries that we need. Then we scale the analysis across multiple assets. After that, we move to a completely different market, which is EURUSD, to see how the strategy behaves in a non-trending environment. And finally, we optimize the parameters to understand what really drives performance. Let's start with the setup. We are working in Python using standard libraries for data analysis and visualization, such as Pandas, NumPy, and Plotly. For the data, we are using Yahoo Finance library, and this function here will give us daily market data, open, high, low, close, and volume, and format it into a clean data frame. Everything is standardized so we can easily reuse it across different assets later. For this first test, we focus on the S&P 500. We load about 20 years of daily data from 2006 to today. That gives us more than 5,000 data points covering bull markets, crashes, and recoveries. So now that the data is ready, we can start building the strategy. For this test, we are using a classic golden cross setup with the two used moving averages, the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. So when the 50-day crosses above the 200-day, this is where we buy, and when it crosses back below, that's called the death cross, and this is where we exit the trade. In the code, we compute both moving averages and track when the signal changes. And the golden cross, as I said, happens when the short-term trend moves above the long-term trend, and the death cross is simply the opposite. So over the past 20 years, we only get a handful of signals, about 10 entries and 9 exits. That means the last trade is still happening. So this is a very slow strategy, and it doesn't trade often, but it tries to capture major market trends. Let's visualize everything. So here we have the S&P 500 with the two moving averages. The blue line is the 50-day average and the orange line is the 200-day average. So every time the blue line crosses above the orange one, we get a golden cross, and when it crosses back below, that's the death cross. Notice something important here. These signals are rare. They only appear during major shifts in trend. So the idea is simple. We are not trying to trade every move. We are trying to catch the big trend. Now let's see what happens when we actually trade these signals. We are using two versions to trade this strategy. The first version is the classic approach. We enter on the golden cross and we exit on the next death cross. So we stay in the market as long as the trend remains positive. The second version is more active. We still enter on the golden cross, but instead of waiting for a death cross, we use a take profit and a stop loss. So here we exit at a plus 15% or minus 5%. And of course, we can change these values. So now we are testing two very different behaviors. One strategy follows the trend until it ends. The other locks profits early and cuts losses quickly. Over the full period, both approaches generate about the same number of trades, around 10 trades in total. And again, this confirms something very important. So with these two moving averages, 50 and 200 days, this is not a high frequency strategy. It is slow strategy and focused on big market moves. But the real question here is how much we made with each trade. Now let's analyze the results with this function here that give us the detail for each trade. But before this, as you can see, we are proposing another trading approach, which is very simple. We call it the buy and hold, which means that we are buying the S&P 500 20 years ago and we stay actually in the markets until today, and we compare the results with the two versions of the golden cross. So as you can see here for the results, for each row it represents a trade, and we have the opening, the close, and the return. And some trades capture large trends, but others are small or even negative. This is a typical of trend following strategies where you have a few big winners and several small trades. So now let's summarize everything. Both strategies have about the same number of trades, as you can see, and a similar win rate. But the performance here is very different, even that both of them have been profitable. So the death cross strategy returns about 247% for the past 20 years, and the take profits stop loss version returns around 112%. But you can see that the buy and hold outperformed them both. So this is a very critical result that we need to analyze using the equity curve here. You can notice here that until around 2015, the buy and hold represents the worst line compared to the golden cross. And after that, things changed. And you can notice also that after the COVID situation, there is a significant difference, and the buy and hold outperformed them all. And if you think about it, this is very logical because the S&P 500 was bullish over the last 20 years and more than that. So every time the golden cross exit the markets, it risks missing part of the recovery, and over the long run that adds up. So it's better to use a buy and hold strategy. And we can confirm this with other assets. To confirm this idea, we run the same strategies or the same tests for 50 different assets from different categories, and here we can print the result of each asset. We can confirm that the golden cross has been profitable for almost all of them. However, if we compare the strategy with the buy and hold, we can see that over the 100 tests that we run, the buy and hold strategy will be better, and this is normal for trending or for bullish markets. Alright, now let's change the playing field. Up until now, we have been testing the golden cross on stocks, but as you know, for these stocks, there is a structural bias. They go up over time. So the real question here is what happens on an asset that doesn't trend upward? And to answer this question, we are using EURUSD over almost 20 years of daily data. So we have about 5,000 data points from 2007 to 2026. And here is the key difference here. As you can see, buy and hold actually loses money. And this is important because now the golden cross is not competing against the rising markets. It's competing on a neutral ground. We have detected only 15 golden cross signals over this period because we are using a moving average of 50 and 200. We can see on this market we have fewer trends, more noises, and more reversals. So let's look at the trades. And as you can see with the death cross, we have some wins, but also a lot of small losses. And with the take profits 15% and stop loss 5% strategy, it's even more brutal. And you know that these values are not suitable, for the EURUSD. So most of trades hit the stop loss, but only few of them reach the take profits. So now let's step back and look at the performance. You can see that with the death cross exits, the total return is basically flat, but compared to the buy and hold, that's actually an improvement. And because buy and hold is losing money, strategy generates positive alpha. We can say almost the same thing for the take profit and stop loss version, because even if it is losing money, it's still better than the buy and hold. So this is the first time you are seeing something different. The golden cross is not outperforming massively, but it's starting to make sense here. And as you know, for a range bound market, timing matters more than staying invested. So this is why the buy and hold strategy is not outperforming the golden cross. So until now, the results of the golden cross are just poor because you need to add the fees. So you are not profitable. But we are still using the default parameters. We are using the moving averages 50 and 2000 and a fixed 15.5% take profit stop loss. So it's like you are using the same settings for a race car and a city car. However, the markets are different. So you need to change the settings. And what if those settings are simply not adapted to this EURUSD market? And this is exactly what we are going to test for the next section. Alright, now we go one step deeper. We adjust the take profit stop loss parameters to 5% and 2%, and we try different moving average combinations. So we have four. The first one is 2050, which is very fast. The second one is 50-100, which is a medium speed. And the third one is the one already experienced, 50 and 200. And the last one is 100 and 200. So we run the comparison and let's break it down. First, on the fast setup 2050, we can see a lot of trades, but very noisy. You can see small gains, small losses, but overall the performance stays weak. We can move directly to the third setup, which is the same that we used, 50-100, and here you can see when we change the take profit stop loss, we have a completely different interesting result. So these two parameters are very important for any trading strategy. So we can see that the second setup, which is 50-100, is the best one for this EURUSD. And here with the death cross exit, we have 24% total return. And with the take profit stop loss, we are also positive with 14% result. So as you can see, we have same strategy, same assets, but completely different result just by changing the parameters. So what is the lesson here? The golden cross is not a fixed strategy, it is a framework with parameters. So these parameters are the moving averages and the exit or the timing. And they have to match the behavior of the assets. So when people say the golden cross doesn't work, they have been often testing it with the wrong settings. Thank you for watching this video. If you stayed until the end and you want to access to the code, you have it in the comment section. So like and subscribe and see you in the next video.